I'm going to start out with more sketching for my portfolio. You can see where I'm putting it in my portfolio, the page that I made. This is all still really rough. None of it's very final, but you can kind of see this is what my portfolio pages are looking like, and this is what the look are going to look like, and this is where those sketches will go. I'm putting them somewhere. In this piece I'm going to sketch today, it's kind of like this bird's eye jacquard 3-color t-shirt, and it has these twisting side seams that both kind of come in. It looks really nice, it's pretty flattering. And this is one concept that I wish I would have explored more in this collection. I wish I would have done more garments with twisted side seams. This t-shirt and sort of the matching skirt were the only 2 pieces in the whole collection that I sort of did these twisting side seams. And in this collection in general, I didn't do a very good job of doing sort of cohesive concepts. I sort of did like different concepts for different garments and different stitches, whatever I thought went well with those garments and stitches, but I wish I would have pushed it more with having more consistent concepts or ideas throughout the whole collection, and one of those things was these twisted side seams. I wish I would have done more of it. So I'm going to sketch, definitely I'm going to play around with the twisted side seams and sort of the pattern as well. The pattern's a lot of fun. I might add some color in this as well, because color is a big part of this pattern. So it's a very basic t-shirt. I think I usually just start out sketching basically what I designed, because that gives me a basis of where I'm starting and then where to go. So basically it's just a basic t-shirt. I forgot to record my screen. Let's do that now. Now we're recording the screen. Okay. So it has these sort of twisted side seams that basically just come straight down like this towards, and they both kind of go towards the front. That's basically the whole thing. And then we just have these black, kind of black tubular here, the black tubular everywhere for the finishing of the edges. And then for the actual garment, let's see. Can we fill these? Oh, we probably have to. So I haven't played around with color much on this, but let's see what happens. If we fill those, the base color is purple. Ooh, like a, kind of like that. Not so purple, more of a bluish. Like that? More so. The lines on top. So pink is even on top first. Like this peach. It's kind of more too pink. Yeah, kind of like a salmon. And then we did lines on top. Lines on top, kind of like this. Remember, this is still the cocoon collection, so it's sort of supposed to look like a cocoon. And then the last one is just back to black. Let's see. Then we just had some black stripes on top. Well, this is nice. You actually don't need to change. Well, that's nice if you just go lighter. Something like that. Put these back in. There we go. There we go. Our fill kind of got on top of the outline. Okay, second look. Let's try a t-shirt because, or I mean, let's try a v-neck because V kind of goes with the shape of the pattern a little bit. Especially if we do something like, we do lines that are at the same angle of the V-neck. It's kind of interesting, I think. And then black. Black is on top. Maybe black we go at a different angle. Kind of interesting. Let's go back to a crew neck type, or a U-neck. Maybe something more dramatic, like in and then out. That's very curved. So if we do something curved, then I'd maybe want to try a new pattern that is a more curved pattern. What's a more curved pattern? Maybe the same thing, but like with really curved lines. And let's start with black. Let's see. I'm not gonna worry so much right now about the seams and how the pattern's probably not gonna line up on the seams, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna kind of play with these curved lines. Since we're here, let's do a different color. It's kind of an interesting, maybe we also do kind of at angles. We don't have to do quite so horizontal. Finer lines, thicker lines. It's kind of interesting. And then maybe black on top again. Or maybe let's do the coral. It's kind of interesting. I kind of like what's happening. That's a pretty cool pattern. Okay. So let me go back over the curved side seams again, because they're kind of lost. There we go. Cool. Okay, look number 4. Let's see. Maybe do something like, let's do the normal shape again. Maybe do something like, something really strange, like the side seam goes all the way to there. And then maybe in the back it kind of does the same thing, so the back side seam would kind of do that. Whoops. It's too much of an angle. The back side seam would kind of do that. And I did these really cool patterns that I kind of wish I did for the actual pattern. The actual pattern I ended up doing, as you can kind of see from the reference images below, it's really clean. It's really just these super clean lines. But I did this really cool pattern that is like very paint splattery, modern art-esque. And it's pretty cool. I'm just going to kind of try to copy it first into this shape. Okay, and then there's the, so what's on top? And it's also very confusing. I can't tell what's on top. Black and then coral. So it's, I think that it's black, but it's very splotchy. So it's more like a paint. Oops. Oh, 70, that's way too big. So I'm going to use the paint tool because this is more 6, is that as small as it goes? Ooh, but it's like splotchier. It's just really like messy areas. Ooh, this is gonna take too long. I gotta say, I don't even know how I did this pattern. In whatever I did this in Illustrator, probably. There's probably some kind of effect. Maybe in Photoshop, there's probably some kind of effect that I used. I definitely don't remember manually doing a pattern like that. That must have just sort of happened with some kind of effect in Illustrator or Photoshop. I should probably find out how I did that, because I really like this. I really like this pattern. It's really just kind of pretty, super abstract, but I love the vibrant colors and how they sort of bleed together, but not really. They still stay very separate as colors. So I'm gonna do my best at trying to copy. Oh, whoops! I forgot that. Okay, well, I think I did these backwards. That the black was actually supposed to be in the middle, and the coral was supposed to be on top. But whatever. Let me put these back in as well. Oh, and it's just a lot of these like little squiggly lines, especially the black. The coral looks more like running paint, and the black looks more like spider web squiggliness. I'm not liking this. This is not what I was going for. This, wherever I put the reference image, that's what I was going for. That's a pretty pattern, and I'm gonna have to figure out how I did that. Okay, well, I feel like that's pretty much a fail. Let me try coral on top one more time. In like these like... I'm not quite getting the feeling. Whoops, I'm going over the... I'm not quite getting the feeling that I got with the original pattern. Well, that's fine. Maybe we need more spider web lines of the coral. Alright, well, nice try. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna try a tighter crew neck. Still short sleeves, because short sleeves are great. I'm not really playing around much with the shape of the garment. I mean, I kind of like the shape of the garment that I have. We could just do a square. Do a plain square t-shirt, no form fitting, no shaping to the body. Well, we could do one side seam that goes... Is that a side seam? Yeah, I think so. That goes from here to here, and then from here to here, and then wraps around the back, and then... What? That would be a crazy, I don't know, that would be a crazy shape to do. This pattern, again, it's like really spider webby. It's the same thing I basically did before, but with just 2 colors instead of 3. So let's just stick with the black. Maybe it is just kind of like these lines. This is probably the best representation, and then it's kind of like squiggles. I'm not... It just kind of looks like a spider webby, like Halloween kind of pattern, especially in the black and white, I guess. I don't know how to get the splotchy effect. Maybe just filling, just maybe like this, filling areas. That kind of does it. Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess that's sort of getting that effect. And then I don't know how I got these little tiny, are they actual dots? I love that this pen is like pressurized, so it changes. And all of the seams, just as a reminder, oops, that's really thick. All of the seams are so sort of thick because it's a reversible garment. So the seams are tubular, so you can actually, so it's clean on both sides, so you can wear it both ways. And on the bird's eye jacquard, it's just going to be the pattern side, which is basically this, as I'm just sort of sketching the pattern side, or the bird's eye back jacquard side, which is this. It's in one of these reference photos. It's like, it's basically all the colors just alternating, boop, 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 in each stitch. So it just kind of looks multicolored, but very, very small scale. So from far away, it kind of almost looks like one soft mixed color. Actually, that's not bad. It's not quite as spider webby as this reference image. Again, I'm like obsessed with these patterns that I did. I did these patterns a few years ago. I do not remember how I did them, but I'm sure I can figure it out. Probably. If I can find the original files. Anyway, we kind of got that. Kind of liking the tater crew neck. Super sharp. Raglan? Like what I'm wearing. This is raglan. Armhole. Maybe also keep it boxy again. And then, I'm kind of liking these, I don't know if you can call them side seams anymore, but these seams that kind of go, and then in the back it'll kind of just go down to there. I have to try to make a garment like this with these really weird seams, because they're super twisted, but then the shapes would be really weird. But kind of cool, probably. So we could do kind of like what we did on the other ones. Well, let's see, maybe we could do more like targeted shapes. Like this would be kind of fun to just make these extra curved. Maybe. I don't know, that looks a little weird. Well, then maybe this one would be kind of interesting to go this way. Oh, they kind of look like sound waves. And then for dimension, we kind of some smaller, thicker ones here and some smaller ones throughout. What if we did seams that like went? What? So maybe this one will make this form-fitting again. What if we did seams that went like from, kind of like raglan, but they go from in the sleeve. So like here and up to here. So the undersleeve is still part of the body of the bodice. And then we could also do like princess seams that are, well, yeah, let's just do princess seams right where they're supposed to go. Princess seams. This is looking very sporty, I guess, with the raglan and the seaming, I guess the heavy seams. Let's just do straight lines at different weights. So we're going to keep this sort of the classic direction, which is kind of horizontal and kind of angled. I'm just going to keep playing around with patterns because patterns are fun. What if we try, I'm really interested in unique armhole seams. So what if we try something like, let's go boxy again, let's just go simple. Something that I liked starting in here, and maybe just going up to, like, that's even a little too sporty. Let's go up to there. Those are kind of weird sleeves, but I like them. Oh, I like this. I like the curvy one. Let's go with the curvy one. That was just a lot of curves, kind of doing this, that intersect a lot. Because I did it in pencil, it doesn't have different widths. But because this is like pressure, this is gonna have different widths just because I'm pressing harder and lighter on different lines. I guess I don't have to. I could try to keep the same pressure so that the lines are the same. Let me see, I try to have more curvy and less curvy lines as well. That's pretty. I like this pattern. Whoops, that was really thick. We put the same thing, but going the other way. I feel like this gets too crazy, but that it looks like it's a different scale. So when you go in smaller areas, then you tend to do smaller lines and tighter curving, and I want it to be the same scale, because I would use just probably one pattern. That looks like it could be an expensive t-shirt, right? 9. What if we did... I like that I'm playing around with the seaming. I don't know if any of it's really like working, but I like that I'm at least exploring it, I guess. But these are kind of... Oops, that was curvy. Oh well, let's go with it. Okay. Oops. Alright, let's do different colors, because colors are just more fun. But I'm sticking with the main colors that I already used before. Oops. Black. Oops, a black fill would be nice. You know what? A black fill... This is only coming out at 70%. Alright, that's fine. I think it still gets the idea. Oh, I didn't put seams, side seams on this. I'll just kind of go with the normal ones that I had before, which is just here and here. Okay. Bottom. Last look for this style. Let's just go back around to classic armhole shapes. We'll do fitted again. We'll just go back to kind of what we actually made. And then do some... Let's try a different pattern. Can you connect that to another pattern? Oh, kind of. Well, I guess you can kind of connect these into... We'll do this one right down the middle. Okay, well, that actually looks like it belongs more in the reptile collection than it does the cocoon collection, but I think it works as well. There it is, 10 looks. Those are the 10 looks that I sketched. Here they are, all laid out for this t-shirt. They're going to go on the development page, just like the last look. And yeah, keep moving on to the next style and the next development sketches. I hope you like this video. Let me know down below what you're sketching, what you're up to, what you're designing, what you're not designing but you wish you were designing. And don't forget to subscribe.